When you receive an ERA file from an insurance company, that file contains valuable information regarding the claim. In today's tip of the week, we're going to talk about ERA notes and how you can use them to document in Medisoft and also to pass on valuable information on a patient statement.
There are two types of notes that you can add from the ERA posting screen. The first type of note you can add is an internal note. So I'm going to show you an example of that one first. The first thing you want to do is click on the charge line that you want to add the internal note to. So I'm going to add it to this charge line here. And you're going to click the Assign Notes button. The internal note goes in the top portion of the screen under Transaction Note. And you'll notice here it also says Internal Use Only. So this note is only going to be visible in the transaction entry screen under the patient's account for this charge line. It is not going to print out on patient statements or get sent out on the claims electronically or on paper. So the note you would type in here, so we can say something like this CPT code needs a modifier, or whatever kind of note that you would want to write on here. A lot of clients use this internal notes field to describe why a claim was denied on an EOB or an ERA, but you can put whatever sort of internal notes in here that you'd like. Once you click OK, that note then shows up here on the charge line. You can see where my cursor is circling. And you'll notice up at the top, it does give you the legend key in the gray area here that shows that it's an internal note. So that's what the internal note is, so that if you are working on other line items here on the remit and you come back to this, you'll see that you did indeed add an internal note, or if you step away from your desk. The other kind of note that you can add to your ERA, to your patient's account from this ERA screen, is the statement notes. So you're going to hit the Assign Notes button again at the top once you've selected your charge line. So this is a list of the statement notes that are added to my default list. I'll show you how you can add some to your default list as well in just a moment. So on this particular line, I'm going to add one that says a copayment is due, because you notice here that my patient does owe a copay of $15. So I'm going to add a note on the statement letting my patient know that they have a copayment due per the insurance company. That way, when they receive the statement and they have a balance on it, they're not going to pick up the phone and give me a call. They'll see that note on there explaining what that $15 balance is. So again, you're just going to select the charge line that you want to add that note to for the statement. You're going to hit Assign Notes in the top middle of the screen. And then I'm going to select my copay note. And this is what it's going to put on the statement. It's going to say, your insurance has indicated that you owe a copay for these services. And select OK. And now you'll notice on my charge line, it indicates that I've added a statement note. And here's my code for that statement note. It just says copay, so that lets me know I've added the copayment note. So now I'm going to post this remit. And then I will pull up the account to show you what that looks like. My remit is done being posted. And I'm going to close out of the screen and go to the patient's account. Okay, so this is the charge line here, the 325.18 date of service. You notice the little icon next to the date of service. That's an indicator that there is a note on this charge line. So you can do one of two things. You can right-click on that little note icon and select Note from your drop-down, or hit the F5 key on your keyboard for a keyboard shortcut, or right beneath that in the halfway in the middle of the screen, you have the Note button. So either one of those, it's going to show you where the notes are. And this is the one that I've put the statement note on it for copay. And this is where it says your insurance has indicated that you owe a copay for these services. So that's where it will output on the statement. And I'm just going to hit cancel. I'm not going to make any changes to it. And then I'm going to generate a statement and show you where that pulls up on the statement. So here's the new statement that I've created. And let's go ahead and print that statement. Now there's a new statement on the list to select from. It's going to be the one at the very bottom that says remainder statement, combined payment / messages. That's what that's short for. This is the one that's going to show the copay message or any of the messages from the notes from posting your remits, the statement messages. So we're going to click OK. And I'm just going to select this one patient chart for this example, so we don't have to look through all the statements. Okay, and here is that statement message printed right underneath that charge line there. It's the same message from the ERA posting screen. So that's what the statement messages will look like. Now I'm going to pull up the other patient account and show you that internal note that I've added. So let's go back to the transaction entry screen. So here's the patient's account. And again, in the far left-hand column, you'll see the little note icon listed there. So again, you can right-click on it and select Note or F5 key on your shortcut keyboard to view that. And here is that message that I put, or the internal note that I've placed here from the ERA posting screen. So those are the two places that you can add notes from your ERA posting screen. Now I want to show you where you can add those statement notes, the default notes. That's going to be under the list menu, and you're going to go all the way down to claim rejection messages. Even if it's not a rejection, this is where those list of statement notes will pull from. So here's the one that I used earlier, copay, and this is the message that I used. So to add a new note to your list, you're just going to click the new button at the bottom left corner, and you're going to create whatever code you'd like to put in there. So you can say denied, for example. Your insurance has denied this claim. And there's that new note that I've created. And of course, you can add any other notes you'd like. Some of them that we recommend, of course, would be the copay note, your deductible note, just telling the patient that they owe a deductible. They're responsible for those charges. A non-covered, to show when something is non-covered and they're responsible, or termed if their coverage was terminated and you need them to pay the balance in full. So we hope you find that useful. Thank you.
Thanks for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know if you have future video suggestions. And as always, call us with any of your Medisoft needs. We'll be happy to help.